Are even the brightest stars saved from life's darkest storms? From music stars to Nollywood icons, no one is immune to the tragic grip of fate. Join me as I uncover the haunting tales of celebrities whose lives were cut short in devastating car crashes. Stories that still echo with heartbreak and unanswered questions today. It was the early hours of October 11, 2022, and Lagos was alive with its usual restless energy. Patrick Fakoya, better known as Rico Swavey, was cruising along Abraham Adesanya roundabout in the Lekki-Ajah axis, the heart of Lagos' vibrant nightlife. At 29, Rico was a star whose light shone bright across Nigeria. A Big Brother Naija alumnus whose charm and talent had won the hearts far beyond the reality TV house. That night, he was likely headed home, his mind buzzing with dreams of new music and acting roles. But the road, notorious for its uneven patches and concrete dividers, had other plans. Born in 1992, Rico grew up as one of 7 siblings in a close-knit family. His mother, Halima Hassan's pride and joy. A law graduate from Babcock University. He could have walked the straight path of a legal career, but Rico's heart beat for entertainment. His breakout came in 2018 on Big Brother Naija's Double Wahala season, where he was the cool cat, the peacemaker who never rubbed anyone the wrong way. With his infectious smile and easygoing vibe, he survived 10 weeks in the house, leaving a mark as the guy who brought warmth to every room. Outside the show, Rico was chasing his music dreams, dropping singles like Emotions and This Life, and stealing scenes in the TV drama Teen Cell. His Instagram with 250,000 followers buzzed with fans who saw him as an unsigned star destined for greatness. But that fateful night in October, everything changed. Around midnight, Rico's car sped along the Songo-Tedu-Ajah road. The details are hazy, but an eyewitness, an Uber driver named Sunday Michael, saw it all unfold. Rico's car, moving too fast for the poorly lit road, slammed into a concrete road demarcation. The impact was explosive, the bang tearing through the night. The bonnet of his car split in two. Rico was trapped, unconscious, his dreams hanging by a thread. Sunday, struck by Rico's resemblance to his own brother, rushed him to Dagrin Hospital, just 5 minutes away. But the hospital demanded a deposit, delaying treatment for over 2 hours. Desperate, Sunday took Rico to Evercare Hospital, where they asked for 4.2 million naira before starting care. Only after recognizing Rico as a celebrity did they begin treatment. But precious time had been lost. As news of the accident broke, Nigeria held its breath. Rico's Big Brother Naija family, Alex Unusual, Toby Bakri and others, rallied on social media, pleading for prayers and donations to cover mounting medical bills. Please help save Rico, Toby posted, sharing a bank account for contributions. Fans flooded X with hashtag Pray for Rico, while over 400 people donated to a paystack fundraiser. But despite the love pouring in, Rico's injuries were too severe. On October 13, 2022, just 2 days after the crash, he passed away at Evercare Hospital, his mother by his side, cradling her son as his light faded. The news hit like a tidal wave. Alex tweeted, "This was not what we agreed, Rico. Rest in peace." While Toby shared a photo from their BB Naija days, vowing to keep Rico's memory alive. Nigeria mourned a star gone too soon. All across Nigeria, fans gathered, playing Rico's songs and rewatching his Teen Cell scenes. His family, heartbroken, called for justice, pointing to the hospital's delays and the dangerous roads that claimed his life. They vowed to establish a foundation in Rico's name to keep his legacy of kindness alive. What could this gentle soul, the unsigned star with a million dreams, have given Nigeria if that night had ended differently? Rico Swavey's story reminds us to cherish every moment, for the road can change everything in an instant. But the next celebrity's ordeal is even more devastating. It was a warm afternoon on September 14, 2011, and the Benin-Ore Expressway stretched endlessly before Nwaozo Obiaju, better known as MC Loph. The 38-year-old rapper was behind the wheel of his newly bought Ford Durango SUV, his heart full of joy as he drove towards Anambra State for his traditional wedding, set for September 17. Beside him sat his elder sister Chinwe and his fiancée, a medical practitioner from Abia State. MC Loph, the voice behind the iconic Osunday Owende remix, was at the peak of his career, ready to celebrate love and life, but the notorious Benin Ore Road, riddled with potholes and neglect, would turn his joy into tragedy. Born in Anambra State, MC Loph was the only son in a family of four, a sociology and anthropology graduate from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. His passion for music burned brighter than any degree though. With his unique blend of Igbo rap and highlife, he breathed new life into Chief Osita Osadebe's classic Osunday Owende, featuring Flavor in a remix that became an anthem across Nigeria. His 2010 album, Hands Up with East Side Records, and a fresh deal with Morgan Entertainment signaled a star on the rise. Known as the Lord of Pure Hip Hop, Loph was gentle, humble, and a jokester who lit up every room. Colleagues like P Square's Peter Okoye called him a wonderful person, while J. Martin said his music would immortalize him, but his journey was about to be cut short. That Wednesday afternoon, as MC Loph navigated the Benin-Ore Expressway, the road's treacherous conditions struck. Around midday, his SUV hit a massive pothole, a common menace on this poorly maintained highway. The vehicle skidded, lost control, and somersaulted into a ditch. The crash was catastrophic, claiming the lives of MC Loph and his sister Chinwe on the spot. His fiancée miraculously survived, but was left with a broken arm, carrying the weight of our born child and the loss of our love. The news spread like wildfire, first through a BlackBerry message from Loph's ex-producer, shattering the Nigerian music scene. The nation reeled in grief. From Lagos OG's Entertainment to the streets of Onitsha, fans mourned the loss of a cultural icon. Sound Sultan, may his soul rest in peace, a close friend, shared his heartbreak from the US, while K Solo blamed the government's neglect of roads like Benin Ore. On October 28, 2011, MC Loph and Chinwe were laid to rest at their family compound in Ugwaro, Anambra, leaving their widowed mother childless, her husband long gone. The tragedy stung deep as Loph's fiancée welcomed their son in March 2012, a bittersweet reminder of the star who never made it to his wedding. Nigeria's airwaves echoed with Osunday Owende, and Flavor's later tribute video kept Loph's spirit alive. What could this Igbo rap pioneer have given us if that pothole hadn't stolen him away? MC Loph's legacy endures, a testament to a talent taken too soon. But just a year before MC Loph's tragic accident, Nigeria witnessed what might be its greatest loss in the hip-hop world. An artist so talented he would have rivaled the likes of Olamide, Wizkid, Burnaboy, and Davido. It was the early hours of April 14, 2010, and the streets of Mushin, Lagos were cloaked in the quiet of the night. Oladapo Olainto Olaonikpikun, known to Nigeria as Dagrin, was driving his brand new Nissan Maxima, license plates proudly reading Dagrin 03. At 25, he was the king of indigenous rap. His hit single, Pom Pom Pom, blasting from every danfo bus and street corner. Fresh from a friend's birthday party in Surulere, Dagrin was heading home to Oba, his heart pulsing from the rhythm of his unstoppable rise. But the road in front of Alakara police station, notorious for its chaos, was about to silence a legend. Born on October 25, 1984 in Ogun State, Dagrin grew up in Mero, Alagbado, Lagos, where the hustle of the streets shaped his gritty Yoruba rhymes. He traded textbooks for microphones, starting as a drummer in his local church before becoming the voice of Nigeria's youths. His 2009 album, CEO, Chief Executive Omoita, meaning Chief Executive Talk, was a cultural earthquake, blending Yoruba, English, and Pidgin to paint vivid stories of Lagos slums and dreams. Hits like Pom 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 and Kondo made him a household name, earning him the Hip Hop World Award for the Best Rap Album in 2010. Nicknamed Barako Green after a remix with General Pipe, Dagrin was a superstar whose punchlines inspired rappers like Olamide and Reminisce. His fans from Agege to Ikeja saw him as their voice. But that fateful night, tragedy struck. Around 2:30 a.m., Dagrin's Nissan Maxima slammed into a stationary trailer parked in front of Alakara police station. The crash was horrific. The car's front end totally crumpled, leaving Dagrin unconscious with severe head and chest injuries. Eyewitnesses described a chaotic scene, with some alleging the police rearranged the wreckage to shift blame from the trailer's overparking. Rushed to Taisho Lanrin Hospital in Mushi, then transferred to Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Loph. Dagrin fought for 8 days in a coma. Fans flooded X and Facebook with prayers, posting, "You shall not die," and Baba God is on your side. Stars like YQ and Olumentin gathered at Loph, while the nation held its breath. Despite 9 critical episodes and a surgery, Dagrin succumbed on April 22, 2010 at 6 p.m., leaving a $800,000 hospital bill and a grieving nation. The aftermath was electric with sorrow. Thousands stormed Atan Cemetery for his burial, defying plans of a small ceremony. His candlelight ceremony at Ojes in Surulere, anchored by Julius Agbo, drew a sea of mourners. His mother, one of his father's 3 wives, was absent, shattered by the loss. A 2011 biopic, Ghetto Dreams, and tributes from MI, Olamide and others cemented his legacy. Posts on X years later called him the greatest artist to come out of Nigeria, with fans visiting his grave 14 years on. Some like Konga the rapper claimed that Loph's lack of power and poor care sealed his fate, fueling calls for justice. What could this Yoruba rap pioneer, the voice of the streets, have achieved if that trailer hadn't stood in his way? Dagrin's rhymes lives on, echoing in every Lagos hustle. But just 11 months after Dagrin's passing, Nigeria would mourn the life of another young, aspiring star. It was the early morning of March 24, 2011, and Lagos Island streets were winding down from the night's revelry. Chijioke De John, better known as C. De John, was driving his black Volkswagen Golf 2, heading home to Jakonde Estate, his solo. At 23, he was Nigeria's comedy sensation. His hilarious takes on Christian choruses, packing venues like Stand Up Nigeria and Coco Lounge. Fresh from hosting Harry Song's album listening party at Tribeca on Victoria Island, C. De John was in a convoy with friends, including Gouda Ultimate Search winner Kule Oluwaremi. His girlfriend Ebere sat beside him with 2 others in the back, laughter still lingering from the night's success. But a stationary vehicle on the road ahead would turn his birthday week into a tragedy. Born in Abia State, C. De John was the breadwinner to his mother and younger sister, having lost his father years earlier. A singer turned comedian, he burst onto the scene in 2010 with a unique style, mimicking how Yoruba, Igbo, and Warri gospel singers belted out choruses. His performances at events like OGs and gigs with comedy giants like Basket Mouth and Ali Baba made him a fan favorite. He was everywhere, colleagues said. His humility and wit earned him a spot amongst Nigeria's comedy elites. Life was looking up, but the road had other plans. Around midnight, as the convoy sped towards the mainland, a black Toyota Corolla, allegedly a campaign vehicle for Governor Babatunde Fashola, was parked on the road, its occupants pasting posters. Kunle Oluwaremi's friend, driving an Explorer Jeep, swerved to avoid it but clipped the Toyota's rear. C. De John, following at high speed, couldn't react in time. His Golf 2 slammed into the Jeep. The impact was devastating. He remained conscious, joking with Ebere despite his pain, as rescuers rushed him to St. Nicholas Hospital. But the hospital demanded 600,000 naira before treatment, delaying care for nearly 2 hours. By 7 a.m., C. De John succumbed to his injuries, the only fatality among the 4 in his car. His girlfriend and others survived with lesser wounds. The news sent shockwaves across Nigeria, hitting hard as just hours later, another catastrophe was brewing. Fans on Nairaland mourned, writing, CD John was the best, while comedians like Benga Adeyinka and TA grieved their brother. Ex-posts called his death a painful loss, with some blaming the hospital's delay. On April 20, 2011, a convoy of comedians, Ali Baba, Princess, and others, led his burial at Atan Cemetery, Yaba. CD John's unfulfilled dreams of awards and global stages left a void in Nigeria's comedy scene. His choruses still echo, a reminder of a star dimmed too soon. But death still had a victim, and just a few hours away, another life was claimed. It was the evening of March 24, 2011, and the Kaduna-Abuja road hummed with the usual rush of travelers under a fading sun. Chidinma Mbalaso, the radiant 22-year-old star from the band's Koko Mansion, was behind the wheel of her first car, a prized purchase she'd driven to Kaduna to collect. A 200-level student at University of Abuja, Chidinma was heading back to the capital, known for her stunning beauty and vibrant spirits. She was a cocolet who captivated Nigeria, but that night, a reckless moment on the road would dim her light forever. Born on January 22, 1989, Chidinma grew up as the youngest of 11 siblings. At Federal Government Girls College, Umuahia, she was a standout, her beauty and ambition already turning heads. In 2009, she joined the band's Koko Mansion, a reality show seeking Nigeria's ideal woman. Chidinma shone as the second runner-up, her charm and intellect proving she was more than just a pretty face. She dreamed of starring in movies, gracing TV screens, and reshaping the entertainment industry. Her social media buzzed with fans who saw her as a star in the making, but her journey was about to take a tragic turn. Around dusk on that Thursday, as Chidinma navigated the Kaduna-Abuja road, a motorcyclist darted into her path. Desperate to avoid the collision, she swerved, but that move would cost her her life. Her car spun out, crashing in a ghastly wreck that left her greatly injured. Rushed to St. Gerald's Hospital in Kaduna, Chidinma was bleeding internally, slipping into a coma. Friends and family scrambled to find blood donors, with Koko Mansion colleague Sharon Ojong tweeting desperately for B- or O-negative blood donors. Messages flooded social media, pleading for help, but the hospital's empty blood bank sealed her fate. In the early hours of March 25, 2011, Chidinma took her last breath, just as Nigeria learned of her fight for her life. The nation was stunned. Coming just a day after comedian CD John's fatal crash, and a year after Dagrin's death, Chidinma's passing felt like a cruel pattern. Fans on Nairaland and Facebook mourned, with posts like, "Mma, I forgive you, rest in peace, I will forever miss you," from schoolmates. And Chidinma, "You left too soon, your future was bright," from admirers. Her sister, Joy Mbalaso, confirmed the devastating news. While others blamed Nigeria's failing roads and healthcare system, Kaduna's streets grew somber, and Abuja's youth lit candles for their fallen star. Chidinma dreams of TV stardom, and her stylish flair as an aspiring actress and stylist were left unrealized. Chidinma Mbalaso's spirit still lives on, a reminder of beauty and ambition cut short.